Jackson gave me the news of a planet far away. And Colonel O'Neill will assemble a team that will try to save the day. Dr. Sam has a master plan and a science attitude. And the job for Teal, he's part of the deal with his trusty go-out. It's just a regular day at Stargate Command, and it might be hard to understand.
Chevron 1 encoded. Chevron 2 encoded. Chevron 3 encoded. Chevron 4 encoded. Oh no, this is gonna happen. Chevron 5 encoded. Chevron 6 encoded. Chevron 7 what? We have a stable world.
Welcome everyone to our 100th episode. 100 episodes down. I'm your co-fry Sarah.
I'm your co-fry Christina.
And I'm your co-fry Wells with the Prosecco.
Wells,
Yes.
featuring Prosecco.
Yeah. And now you can talk while I work on opening this bottle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we are 100 episodes in, and we were thinking, how are we going to celebrate reaching 100 episodes? Obviously, like, it would have been really cool if we had a guest, but you can't always plan for that and rescheduling, and these are very busy people. So we thought, and by we, I think it was mostly me and Wells, the Golden Girls.
I think I was
We were like,
along for
remember
the
those
ride.
episodes of the Golden Girls where they like, it was a flashback episode where they would sit around the table and eat cheesecake and reminisce about shit that's happened to them. And we should totally do that and like replay our greatest hits from 100 episodes.
What we didn't think of at the time was how much work that was going to take.
It's a lot of work. Because we make jokes and we reference things that's happened, but tracking down the episode and when that happened and like getting the footage is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But we did that for all of you guys.
We did. I'm excited.
So we can all have our Golden Girls moment in the kitchen, which, side tangent, those flashback episodes hold up because they aren't actually like flashbacking to things that happened. It's new stuff that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
When they go to like the resort that's a nudist camp and then they come to dinner naked by accident, even like that type of thing.
Yeah,
There wasn't an episode about that.
Where they actually play clips from
Correct.
the old episodes.
Mhm.
It's
Those
just
are lazy.
shot stuff.
Yes. It's new content. So yeah. That's what we're doing tonight. And then we're going to sprinkle some other stuff in there too to reflect on 100 episodes amongst ourselves. And for people who are new to watching the live stream, I know we're streaming earlier. We have people that don't normally get to watch. We are looking at comments, don't worry. We have just a designated time at the end where we'll put them up on screen so that we don't derail any conversation that's going on. So please don't feel like we're ignoring you. We will do a comments check at the end.
Yeah. It's actually, I realized as we were listening to the intro that there's another reason why some of our folks in the UK especially are able to watch us. Not only are we an hour earlier, but right now we're still in that daylight savings window where there's only a 4-hour gap of time between us.
Oh, yeah.
So we were able to, work it a little for people actually. So
We totally planned it that way.
Totally.
100%.
Totally.
This is very intentional. This is why.
Yeah.
Yep. So how do we want to kick this off? Are we going to just jump right into our first category? We have some categories of topics that we're going to cover.
Yeah, maybe we want to talk about the categories we're gonna cover so people know it's coming, and then like a title page.
Excellent.
Let's do it.
First category that we have are running jokes. These are things that we joked about, maybe just through the course of one episode, or maybe through the course of our 100 episodes that we refer back to often. We have talking about soundtrack and sound design. We have a section about Daniel being snarky. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to say too much. We have a section about alternate episode titles that we just so happen to rename. So if you see it named weirdly on Spotify, you're about to find out why. And then
I'm
we
lazy about it. I think we need to get back to it, honestly.
Totally.
yeah.
Some of the best things happened with those names.
Yeah. And then we have kind of like a miscellaneous. You could just say that these are funny moments, standout moments, like the greatest hits, so to speak. That don't really have a category, but it's like that was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Or that was like a really memorable moment. And then at
Some
the
probably
very
some
end,
heartfelt stuff in there too. Yeah.
yeah. At the very end, we're going to well, I will say what we're gonna do in between, because we have some stuff in between to like pepper in as we go.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's on the docket. So
Buckle up, y'all.
let's get started with running jokes. So the first one, do we want to like prep and say like, okay, this is what the running joke is? Or do you just want to roll the clip?
Are we starting with that, or are we starting with the things that didn't make the cut?
Oh yeah. There's a
Oh,
thing.
is that at the very top?
Oh, I don't know. This is how organized we are, everyone. I'm gonna just roll with it.
Hey, we were pretty
With
organized.
these top running jokes first, I think.
Yeah, let's do
Perfect.
running
Let's
jokes
do that
first. Then we
first.
have a special segment of
Because
stuff
then
that
we
was
got
left.
ambitious, and
We
but we started somewhere first, and then
Yeah.
we got ambitious.
Yeah.
So yeah.
there.
So we're gonna start with some running jokes. Are we going to explain or like kind of
Let's play it first.
just
Let's just
play
hit
it?
it
Okay.
first, and then we can talk about it. Does that sound
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
I like that flow.
plan?
Mhm.
All right. All right, here's the first one, y'all.
Do we have notes for this one? No, we don't have notes.
I
We're
didn't
just
make
talking.
any notes.
Nope,
So I
don't
don't know.
either.
We're just gonna like. I
We're
was gonna
winging
say
it.
we're gonna free ball it, but that's gross, right? Like, we're just gonna freestyle.
I mean,
we're gonna freestyle.
I
That's
think-
what I meant.
Free ball it.
You know, free ball, freestyle. It's
We're free balling on 3 Fries Short. We are here
we are
together, yet not together as we were over the weekend.
This is true.
here. Oh, I just think of was it The Princess Bride? That was somehow in the tone you were saying is like
Oh.
together.
Together,
Together. You know,
and
God.
love, true love.
Oh
Yeah.
God, okay. This is why we were late, everybody. Hi everyone.
It was the podcast before the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get it out of our system.
You know, if it's going to be a free balling episode, we do have to last minute throw the things together,
Correct.
which is exactly what was happening. So yeah.
You know, I was kind of like projecting and be like, that's disgusting. But I was in the closet because I hate underwear. I think it's all known now. I fucking hate wearing underwear. I am out and proud about it. I hate it. Absolutely.
It's the worst.
It's the
It's
worst.
the worst. Like, I'm that person, this is like whatever at this point. I will only put on underwear when I don't want to wear pants. And like, that's all I want. Like, if I'm too hot and I need to be walking around the house, that's the only time I actually wear underwear is when like that's my only option. So like, I feel you on that one. I can't have the layers. It's too much.
It's too much. I'm like, listen, you got to vent that oven sometimes,
Stop.
ladies. Like, I can't believe you found this clip. I knew
I
we had
found it.
I knew we had this conversation and I could not remember what episode. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. So yes, that was I think our first running joke was free balling because we were talking about emancipation. We didn't have notes. And I was like, is it what do we call it? Like free ball? No, that's gross. I was projecting. It wasn't gross. I can tell you when I said that, I was not wearing underwear at that time.
Oh, and that's why the underwear part had to go in there.
I was a closeted free baller.
You got to vent that oven.
I can't remember the last time I've worn a pair of underwear, guys. I know. Listen, I don't care if you think it's nasty. I'm not going back. You can't put me back in the closet.
Listen, for those who, in case you've missed it, we are very much oversharers and give zero fucks. So
Yeah.
just gonna rip that band-aid right
Yeah.
off.
Right off.
This is what you're getting into.
Right off. Oh God.
Yeah, free balling became such a running thing. We say it
Mhm.
very frequently, and we even have a whole I think it was the shore leave recap was that second clip where we
Mhm.
were just
Yeah.
like, we're just gonna talk about it. So free balling. So a whole episode called
Yeah.
free balling now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was
Good
a good first
times.
one.
What episode was that from?
Which one?
Emancipation.
Where I came out and I was like, I hate underwear.
I don't know.
I can't remember. And it's bad because I changed it so you can't see the like
Yeah.
Spotify thing, but
We'll find it.
Oh,
Don't worry. Yeah, and don't worry. If there's YouTube footage available, you will see the clip of us.
Yeah.
There's certain things
Yes.
it's before YouTube and after YouTube era, so it's not all going to be just like that.
Words. We
yeah.
promise.
Can you imagine there was a time where these three who met on TikTok were like afraid to put our faces on YouTube and we wanted to just keep it audio? Like, yeah, we've had some growth.
Mhm.
That was back when I had to edit a lot more. I don't do that.
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Thank God. We just go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think we do quite well for ourselves.
We do.
No need to over edit.
Absolutely.
No.
So yeah, that was I think our very first running joke, dated circa emancipation.
That would have been in 2021, y'all.
It's been 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on this train.
Yep.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
So
All right. What's our next one?
what's our next running joke?
Oh, it's a good one.
A classic, if
It's
you
a
will.
classic, if you will. Let's roll the tape.
He kind of goes over, he's like talking it out. He's like, there aren't any letters or words. Originally, runes were ideographic, right? The first one relates to Thor's protective power. The last one represents a wagon. Could you imagine if this episode was just called Thor's Wagon? Like, it just makes me think of like people use that for like a butt analogy. Is like, look at that wagon. And then I just, yeah, no, you haven't heard that?
No.
Or like they call it like a dump truck. Like, ooh, look at that dump truck. But yeah.
Oh god, that's
Like
funny.
Thor's wagon doesn't really carry as much
Now
oomph
that's
as
all I
Thor's
was thinking about.
chariot.
Now I need like a little sketch of Thor with a dump truck on the back.
That is officially the name of this episode.
Thor's got a big old wagon. Someone who's artistic draw that. Just Thor with like a big like BBL.
I don't know.
like
Thor's wagon.
I want to see it, but I also don't.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. I just like now that image is in your head. You're welcome.
Thank you.
O'Neill watches the monitor showing none other than Thor's wagon appearing over the mountain. Love that. Even he was like, you gotta love this guys, man. Like he truly is. He loves the Asgard.
He's a fan.
He's a fangirl. Thor's wagon, a classic.
I have to say, Sarah, ever since then, I truly, every time we talk about Thor, imagine Thor with a dump truck. Like every time, there's not a clip that goes by where I'm not thinking about BBL Thor.
Oh, okay. So you were thinking dump truck as in like a BBL or like?
Oh yeah, like total BBL, like total like out of control BBL, like every time, every time.
Which is even more ridiculous on his tiny little spindly legs. Could just that visual? We did also, and I don't even know if we still have it. Somebody did send us. Yeah. Somebody did send us like a fan made. They went more of like the Oregon Trail wagon train vibe of like cartoon versions of SG1.
It's really cute, though.
Yeah.
It is
so you
cute.
should check it out. But
But yeah, if anyone wants to make us a BBL Thor, by all
the request
means,
is still out there. The request still stands.
by all means, please do.
Oh God. I still don't know if I want to see it, but also do. Like same opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now whenever we talk about the Asgard motherships or ships in general, it's Thor's wagon. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Always.
Love it.
All right. What's the next one we've got?
Let's see what we got.
This is also
wait.
Whoa.
Hold on a second. There's some sort of incoming transmission.
Oh God, I thought it.
What is it?
Sarah.
3 fries short. Congratulations, 100 episodes. I believe you now qualify for syndication. See you on the reruns.
Oh, that was so
Lauren.
cute.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks, pal.
Syndication, y'all. We qualify now.
Is that how that works? So you have to have 100 episodes to be.
I don't know. Apparently,
Maybe that's how it works in the UK.
He did say see us in the reruns, and we are literally rerunning right now.
That's true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, Lawrence.
Love some Lawrence.
Do we need to like explain for those who don't know who Lawrence is? Because we may have
Sure.
some people who don't.
Sure.
Maybe a little
Lawrence is
backstory.
the founder of the Companion, where I am the general manager now. And
congratulations.
we love Lawrence. Lawrence is the reason for a lot of stuff that we've done.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
very, very important to the pod. Very great human being. His brand new baby is about to come home.
Yay.
We're so excited.
that makes me so happy.
So I'm very excited to meet Ada in May. It's going to be great. But yeah, we love us some Lawrence. He's even
Love
before I
them.
started working there, I pinged him. We had him on the pod.
Yeah.
We you know, had some I have long private conversations with him about ideas and stuff. Which will come into play in this like things that we attempted to but which we could go ahead and do that next if we wanted to.
I think we
But,
still have some more running jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we can get to it when we get to it. But yeah,
Yeah.
we love some Lawrence. We love
Thanks,
We do.
Lawrence.
We
Oh,
do.
that was awesome.
it. Yep. All
Thanks
right,
for
are we ready
dropping by? Yeah.
for the next running joke?
Yeah.
All right.
Teal chimes in again, like he did with what
He's
was
just
it?
like, oh,
The
I've seen
Knox
this.
episode.
Yeah. He chimes in again. He's like, yeah, I've seen that before.
Like, just like nonchalant. They're like, come on, man. Like, do you not understand being on a team? Like, share valuable information. Like, check your memory here.
Well, that's like, if one of us is like, oh yeah, that's the gas pedal on the car. Like, you wouldn't think to say that as the gas pedal, but like that's where Teal'c's coming from. He's like, yeah, this is just like common space person knowledge. I don't understand why you don't know all of this already.
Space person knowledge. Yeah.
There it is.
Common space person knowledge.
People had already mentioned it in the comments, by the way.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
So it was definitely a banger of a running joke.
Yeah. So that's basically like we refer to that whenever SG1 finds something out where it's like, where have you this like everyone in outer space knows this shit. Like get with the program. That's common space person knowledge. Get it together.
Get it together.
Especially from Teal'c's delivery, because his like monotonous tone of just like it's just like duh, you guys. Like obviously.
It is funny though, especially in those earlier episodes where it's like he would just come out with all this information and they're like, what the heck? Why didn't you tell us? Just like, sorry, like how much like, I have a wealth of knowledge. Like I don't know what you need me to share with you right now. My bad. Like
Yeah, and that one was in Thor's wagon, correct? That's when the common space person knowledge that was from that episode.
It was
Thor's
Thor's
hammer.
Yeah,
Thor's
the
hammer.
first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Catherine Powers.
Ugh.
Which I could have put a supercut together. It
Of
would have
us
taken some time
dragging.
of us just dragging Catherine Powers. But I felt like not being mean for our 100th. So
No, we don't need to. She's just she may have written some of the episodes that we dislike the most, but she also wrote some that we do like. So it's just very
Absolutely.
controversial.
She
No.
can't say the same thing about her contribution to the next generation. I don't believe that
Correct.
what episode is just garbage.
Yeah, no. But
Uh,
moving on.
what's our next running joke?
Oh.
Queued up.
I got it. It's this one. Yes.
Oh, she's snatching up all the bitches, and that's I think I said that in my take. It's like I'm snatching you, and I'm snatching all these whole ass pyramids.
Oh my
So
God.
SG1 are now alone on the road, and the Jafar are gone. The destruction of the pyramids is complete. They didn't really destroy them; they just kind of like poofed them away. Which is like, where did they go? Did he just like yeet them into outer space?
There's like a different dimension where all the Asgard, all the shit that they like yeet away appears. It's like a cosmic junkyard of like the Asgard, just all the yeeted stuff.
I mean, at least it's a different dimension and just not some random planet where
Well-
SG1 keeps throwing trash.
But somebody else probably lives in that dimension though. Is like, God damn it! Like, why can I not just? Can we stop?
just clean this yard.
Right? There's one dude in this other dimension just yelling at the Asgard for dropping shit in his yard.
Oh god, it's like that Simpsons meme where it's like old man shakes fist at cloud.
Yeah.
So she tells him to have fun, and then he kind of cajoles her. He's like, "Are you sure? Land of blue sky waters or whatever." And in the middle of his like poking and prodding, he is beamed away by what we know to be the Asgard technology. It's the same thing they used to dump their trash in the fucking fourth dimension on that guy's yard. That poor guy
that. Nice
Where it just keeps
callback.
coming.
Yeah, nice callback.
You remember Thor's wagon?
Yeah.
They I don't know what
Blah.
they just like beamed up all this shit, the whole pyramid they were making, all the Jaffa and all the like.
Yep.
Where'd they put it? Where did it go?
That poor guy.
They just
that
like
poor
put
guy
it
in that
on
alternate
Or at
reality.
the yard.
Office is about to deal a death blow to all of them when suddenly a light surrounds him and he disappears along with two Jaffa. With him, Hammond's body also disappears in a flash. Cut to poor Fred, who I just made up the name now. The man who lives in a universe all by himself, but the Asgard keep dumping shit on his front yard.
I like the evolution. Like the poor man at least finally has a name.
Fred, yeah.
know,
Fred,
like,
Fred
poor
in the fourth dimension.
Poor Fred, man.
Yeah, because again, like you know that technology is used to transport people, but like when you're just snatching up bitches here and there, like where are they going? Like you're not taking them aboard your ship,
right?
Chucking
Well,
them.
now it's also always made me think about what type of community is going on over there. Because if they're all still alive, not all of them, but if some are alive and they get thrown in this poor man in Frank's yard. I mean, do they have a neighborhood now? Do they like grill out together? What kind of city have they built? Like, what's the government structure? What has happened? Like,
Fred's like, oh my god, more. There's more. Okay, get the paperwork. Come on, we gotta get you processed.
Poor Fred.
It's literally
gosh.
yelling at him.
Yeah, I love it.
And then I think we have one more. This is what I have dubbed Trashgate.
Yes, we do.
Which you will find out what that means.
The way that they kill this, the way that Kowalski dies. It's so disturbing. So they're struggling, and Kowalski's like partway through the Stargate, and his part of his head, like the back part of his head, is through the Stargate, and Jack yells, "Hold him there, Teal'c." And he holds his head through the Stargate, and they disengage the wormhole, and the whole back head portion of his head is just like sliced off. So on Chulak, you have an open.
That's showtime for you.
You have an open wormhole.
Piece of head comes through.
Right, just on Chulak, and like some random piece of skull just like
walking by, like.
So effectively,
I never thought about it.
And effectively, obviously, the Gould and Kowalski die instantly. I never thought about the slice of head going to Chulak. Could you imagine?
So they have a ceremony for Daniel. It's all very dramatic and somber. They're in the gate room, like they're doing the whole flag folding thing. They send a wreath of flowers through the gate. Where did they send it to? Who got that? Was it to the planet where they were from, like where they went? Like
they probably picked one address that they're like, okay, this is where we're gonna send all this stuff, and like there's one dude on that planet just like, why do I keep getting all this mail? Why?
Just like all the random shit, like trash dump.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, the video of like the people that see somebody walking their dogs by their yard and letting the dog poop in the yard over and over. Why does this keep happening? Like that.
Oh my god.
I think the guy on the planet and Fred in the fourth dimension need to start a support group.
Yeah, they do. They got to unionize or something.
Yeah.
But at least the wreath was like, thank fuck somebody just finally gave me something nice,
right?
Got it on his door,
But it's true. And I also thought about this when I was compiling the clips. I'm like, how much fucking money does it cost for them to power this Stargate up to like be all ceremonial and like put a wreath through all dramatically? Like, what's your power bill like? You're gonna really? And then like, do they have just one gate address? I'm like, okay, this is the junk planet. This is what we're just gonna do for like ceremonies and shit. So like,
it.
But like, what if flowers were like the most fucking offensive thing ever, and everything had been peaceful, but then you send flowers, and then you just started a goddamn war, like
or disease, or there's like some sort of.
What if there's like
pollen from the flowers destroyed
illness.
their crops, and now there's a famine. Yeah.
Yeah, no good. No good.
Yeah, so that's what I call Trashgate.
We do actually have one more. It's a running joke within the episode. but it
Okay.
is one
Oh.
more running joke.
Okay.
I've flipped two things.
Oh yeah, got you. Let's hear it.
Yeah. All right. It might be one of my favorite moments.
It was a pretty good one.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Like, conceptually, this idea of like terraforming and kind of rebranding, like it's obviously like a
Watch
trope
my
that's done
face.
in a lot of shows.
You can
Find
see.
it interesting, but I kind of want to leave some commentary towards the end. Overall, I do like it. It's entertaining, but I don't feel that I could do without
Losing
it.
your
I don't
shit.
need it. What
I
are you
love how
laughing
you
at?
said rebranding like a fucking fashion show. We're gonna rebrand this
This is a
whole
great
planet.
planet rebrand.
We're gonna give it
I'm
some
loving what
bangs
you've
and some
done here.
highlights. Rebrand. It's terraforming the planet essentially, or as Christina says, it's rebranding.
It's not colonization.
Carbon is
it's
out,
rebranding.
sulfur is in, guys. Paris fashion show.
Fall 2024, 2000.
It's the original in Karen Home world, and it was scant. You know, they were doing their due diligence. I will say the Gadmir, like they could have been like, "There's people there. I don't give a fuck." Rebrand. You know. I think there were some more times where like we said rebrand, like that just became
God.
interchangeable for like they're doing the rebrand now. They can't stop the rebrand once they started it. Like
No,
it just
you have to
became
commit to the rebrand.
correct. Yeah, it just became the terminology that we used, but it was a
I
good
love it.
one.
The rebrand.
This is why we need to be comfortable with making fun of each other because if like Chris, you just said rebrand, like that's your fashion show.
The realization on your face is the best part of that because you're just like,
You just like watch Sarah go like the delayed like what, and you just can't hold your shit together at all.
Yeah.
It's so good. No,
I
we have to
love
make
it
fun of
so
each
much.
other.
Yes, because that's where the fun comes.
100%.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So if Christina says like some fashion shit in talking about our sci-fi show, we like make a whole bit from it.
Listen, it just
I love
creeps
it.
through every now and again. Okay, creeps through.
Her merchandising knowledge is coming in.
I love it.
It's very important.
They rebranded this planet. I rebranded this store. Oh shit!
Oh,
What's
we had
going
another-
on?
Going on. Hold on, we have another incoming transmission. This is wild, y'all.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Hi there, Fries. Sandra here. I wanted to take this window of opportunity to congratulate you all on 100 episodes of this podcast. I've really enjoyed the deep dive beneath the surface of all of these Stargate episodes, as well as the wild tangents and the hot takes. So thanks for the laughs, and here's to 100 more. Cheers.
A DC, a crispy DC.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
The
And I
number of
love the-
episode titles that hit in that 30 seconds was just so solid.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
good.
We should post these on our Insta.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
If everyone's cool with that.
I do believe Sandra is in the comments right now. So
Somewhere.
hi,
yeah.
Sandra.
Hello.
Love you.
No, I do.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if these weird.
And I love the
incoming
pin representation. The
Yes.
pin.
Yep.
Did you clock that? Love
did.
that.
Oh, yeah.
all the Easter eggs in 30 seconds. Sandra, I'm impressed.
That
I'm
was
very
Quite impressive.
top notch.
Yeah. So I'm super excited for this next segment because not everything that we have tried to accomplish has made it out to everybody. Some things, unfortunately, have been left on the cutting room floor. And one project that we tried to do was like an online con. I still think we were in COVID-ish times.
And
where,
this
like,
was pre-companion. Like,
This is what got us started talking to the companion, actually.
Yeah.
Was this idea. We were trying to
Yeah.
formulate it.
and
And,
I have not watched this.
I have not either.
I saw like half a second just to when
And you
Wells
lost
wanted to
your
make sure it was loaded. But we, and by we I mean like Wells, 98% of the work, created a kind of trailer, so to speak,
a commercial for
a commercial
for Stargate Community College, which is what we were going to call our online con.
Should we disclaim because it's more than just us in here and that
Yeah, we were trying to partner with another Stargate podcast. There's SG Event Horizon.
Yeah, Event Horizon.
And things like life just happened, y'all, and it tends to. And then we were a little, I think, in a little over our head with logistics on it. If I feel like once I started at the companion, we might have been able to do it, but we never returned to the concept.
Yeah.
And it would have been different like through the companion than it would have been with like these full out like joking about it being a community college. So like it would have been a very different vibe had we pulled it off, been able to pull it off. But
we were gonna do we were gonna split up into groups, and like each of us had a character assigned to us that we were gonna like study and basically like do a class on each character, something like that, kind of like a workshop thing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it did not come to fruition. However,
we still have a commercial. Are you ready for this?
I'm so excited.
Here we go. Let's just watch it, y'all. Let's just watch it.
Stargate Community College, the only fake college focused solely on nerding out on Stargate. Founded in 2022, SGCC's mission is to bring you thought-provoking discourse about a 25-year-old TV show. Our distinguished faculty has a combined subject matter experience of 314 years. Don't ask how, I truly don't know. Courses range from gate physics to advanced Goa'uld to where did this episode go wrong and why is it problematic 101. Join us for our first workshop of 2022 and, well, ever. We will be discussing identity as a Stargate fan. Come prepared for thought-provoking discussion and plenty of fun. But leave your egos at the door. Stargate Community College. Our motto isn't ancient, so you know we're fancy.
Wait, can you go back? I almost missed it.
Oh, the moment?
Yes.
The moment? Yeah, hold on.
In case anybody else missed it.
Yeah. Here we go. I think I have it queued.
We don't know. Courses range from gate physics to advanced Goa'uld to where did this episode go wrong and why is it problematic 101. Join us for our first work.
It was that particular face that she was making too. Oh my god.
That is from before we had the YouTube channel, because that is on my personal YouTube channel and is unlisted because we never put it anywhere. But we probably should put it on ours. We probably unearthed that one.
I think I don't even think this was on the radar until I'm like, wait a minute, do we still have this? Because this would be really fun to share as like deleted scenes, so to speak, of stuff that like we never really. Oh my fucking god!
Oh god! Yeah,
that's so funny.
That was so much fun to cut together, and like voiceover and everything. It's just leaning in hard on the ridiculousness of it.
Of a 25-year-old show cut to like the Sears studio portrait of the team.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll revisit that, but I think.
But to your point, that was our pilot reel, kind of into like getting to know the companion better and talking through and like look what's come from it. So it wasn't for nothing, and like the amazing partnerships we had doing it. There's so much to it, but just proof that not everything comes to fruition, and that's okay in life.
Yeah,
it's okay if some things don't happen. It still puts you further down a path.
Yeah.
Have you ever like watched a behind the scenes of like a movie, and it's like they talk about all this shit that never made the light of day, and you're like, kind of sometimes you're like, thank God they changed it, and like like I think the Emperor's New Groove Disney movie was like one of those where like the plot was completely different, or even like The Lion King, and you're like, thank God they trashed that. Like, I'm not saying like thank God we trashed that, but like it just goes to show you that like you can still go forward and not have everything happen that like you plan on happening.
Yeah,
100%.
it
But
is
it's
totally
still
possible.
quite
So good.
nostalgic to look back on that. And
Yeah.
uh-oh,
We got another
incoming transmission.
Incoming transmission, y'all. Who do we have now? Let's find out.
Code 9, this is not a drill. I repeat, not a
Heidi ho, fries. Hey, congratulations on 100 episodes. That is a huge milestone. It seemed like yesterday this happened.
I think you should know we dedicated the first episode to you.
I'm without words.
And also, this happened.
Just piggybacking off of Christina here, yes, we dedicated our first episode to you, because if it were for you in the Discord being like, girls, when are you guys gonna get started on that podcast? I know you're gonna blow it away. Get started.
I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being such great friends over the years. You fries are awesome. You have done a great job to make this happen. And congratulations. This is so awesome. As always, let's get in the gate.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, we're gonna do it again.
I was and I didn't seeing ourselves from this long ago too can be quite shocking. I was like, whoa, that's what I was like. That's what I was like. That seeing me was a jump scare there, but I was like, oh my god, it's been that long, and like the hair, everything, like.
Well, and that's back when I was super sick. That was like so wild. But Colonel Dave, if you were still in here, like just need you to know how incredibly thankful and how much the TikTok like Stargate community means to me, to us, about kind of where we kind of started, and we had roots and we've grown and branched out and expanded from there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been an incredible journey, but always, always, always remember being kind of started in that little Discord group and kind of where it all started. And that will always be incredibly special to us.
That Discord was literally where I sheepishly approached the two of you and said, I can make a podcast happen.
Yeah, because honestly, like it was, at that point, I was just talking shit. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to do a Stargate podcast. Like, I like talking about it, but I have no clue what I'm doing. And like,
and I like sent you guys links to the microphone.
Yeah,
here, get all this stuff, and we'll make it.
I'm using to this day.
I know, and I know that we aren't super active in that Discord. I'm not active in Discord.
No, I can't do one more social media. That's like I'm at my limit.
But for those who have kind of stayed there and grown with us, because as our conversations about Stargate obviously have evolved to different spaces, kind of tapped out on where all the spaces I can talk about it. I just want to call out how special that place is and always will be. We would not be here without that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been really hard to keep up with everything in general, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But in general, podcast work, societal collapse, everything. But it is, just that. But it is really nice to know that we know that community is our community, and we love that community, and they love us, and we have each other's backs. And that feels really, really nice. So it's very appreciated. Colonel Dave and all the Stargate TikTokers, we still love you. We still hope that we're counted in your numbers, even though I don't do any cosplay anymore.
No, I've completely moved away from Stargate because I think it's
here.
We say everything we want to say here.
Yeah, but we love all of you, and and yeah, still love seeing all the Stargate stuff that I can on TikTok too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That might be a nice segue, because we're talking about how we started to grow from that into this next clip, which was still just prior to me joining the companion. Do we just play it? We just play it, right?
Yeah.
Just play it. Just play it.
Let's just
play it.
Let's play it.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I am the O'Neill of the group.
Hi, I am Christina from California, and I aspire to be the Daniel of the group.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I am from South Carolina, and I am the Sam Carter of the group.
And we're Three Fries Short.
Three Fries Short.
So we
Unearthing the
host
Stargate.
Yeah, so we host the Stargate podcast brought to you courtesy of our love for the show. And we met on TikTok and the fandom was alive and well.
Stargate was something I always grew up with. I watched it with my dad, and I've always come back to it, rewatched it throughout my youth and adulthood. And when COVID hit, I was like, it came back. And it came back stronger than ever because now there's a whole community of people that I can talk about a show that's turning 25 years old, and we can still find something new and exciting about it every time we talk about an episode.
I joined TikTok just to get through COVID, but ended up finding my family and my authentic self through Stargate. I'm super happy to have found these ladies and be in a podcast for them.
Yeah. If the question is, what impact has Stargate had on me? It's right here. It's that I have a whole family now.
Not to mention our notorious tattoos that exist all over the place.
We're like a gang.
We're a gang.
We're a gang.
I think that's the power of fandom. It's a television show that's put out there, and people can connect and bond and have discourse. And maybe you don't always agree, but you can connect with other people who are across the country and I've never met in real life yet.
And the world. Thank you for that, Stargate. And
yeah,
I think we can all say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh
That's
my
great.
That's lovely.
Oh my god.
It is lovely.
That's wonderful. And nice personalities. Keepers.
Yeah.
Hire them.
I have to listen to that podcast now.
Yeah, they're really great.
I don't think he has yet, y'all.
I would
That's
love to be on their
fine.
podcast.
We give him a pass.
We'll
I
chat
understand.
afterwards. I'll fire you a note, Brad.
Okay.
Link-
Yeah. Hook me up.
Link me.
You just link me
That's
too.
great. I know.
Oh.
Yeah, they're really great, and yeah, really, they're watching right now. I'm sure. I hopefully they're very excited and you know, in the podcast. They're very supportive of us as well, and help us out all the time. They're really great gals. Really cool.
Oh.
Wonderful girl. Gender thing. Is that girls is okay?
It is
Look
okay,
at
I've checked
RDA
with her.
clocking.
Pronouns. Yeah, I have.
They're absolutely lovely. But I want to be linked in to that.
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Yeah.
RDA with the
Love him.
confirming pronouns, which at the time was still, yes, true. But well done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, I think we still owe a reach out to have them on. We've just been kind of putting that up later.
Yeah.
But it just, other things have gone on. But they're such wonderful, wonderful people.
They are. They
Yeah.
are. It was funny in San Antonio because we all got that picture.
Mhm.
You and Lawrence, right? And it was like the full group Stargate group picture, Sarah. So it was RDA, Ben Browder, Terrell, everybody, like every Stargate guest that was there. Somebody gave it to, offered it or something. No, you got it. You got it.
I got it. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
We were offered something else. Anyway, so we all crowd around RDA's in the middle, and we all have the purple mental health shirts on, and he's like, oh, nice shirt. And I was like, yeah, companion. He's like, oh yeah,
I worked with them.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, God, love
It's like,
him.
yeah, we've done some stuff with you. He's like, yeah. He's
What's
never
that?
he's never done anything directly with me, by the way. So
Yeah.
I don't expect him to remember me, but it was so funny.
It reminds me of that clip from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will Smith is he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit, you know?
Yes.
Oh, love it.
Oh, so awesome.
It was great. It was great. That was the first, that's what kind of really got us going. And then the companion, connection as well. Yeah, pretty awesome.
Super cool. I remember making that, what Stargate means to us. And we're we're going to submit this to the companion.
Well, it was the 25th anniversary. That was what it was
Yeah.
for. So, Yeah, and it was they pinged us. They pinged a couple of other groups and stuff too, but I think there were only a few of us that actually sent things in, which is wild to me because I'm like, oh wait, it's going to be RDA and Brad. Yes, of course,
Yeah.
we sent something in. Opportunity.
And then even just speaking to Brad at Basingstoke too, like kind of getting some. I remember him talking about like the 3 Fry short thing. Almost didn't make it into Window of Opportunity because they were very careful with things that might have dated the show.
Yep.
Which looking back, it makes total sense. Like even them being at a military base in uniforms helps it from being too dated with like fashion of that time. But there's certain things that they didn't want to age it, and I think that has aged well because everyone knows what a Happy Meal is still.
They still exist.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, maybe not. I don't
That
know.
was it
Oh,
was
yeah, my
really
kid
cool to
loves
have
them.
that conversation though with him. And also, if anybody doesn't know, Brad is such a dad, y'all. Like Dad Brad. We call him
Yeah.
Dad Brad. But
I just
he's just so gung ho to have those conversations too. He'll just like offer, he'll start it, he'll like go into it.
I just remember, I think what's burned in my brain is him messaging Amanda, or were you messaging Amanda about my phone?
No, Amanda messaged me about your phone. Yeah.
Oh God. I just remember
Because
that
you
whole
left
thing
your
being
phone in the van.
I left my phone in the
Amanda
van,
found
but then Amanda found it. This phone.
Yeah.
I remember that was like the first like conversation with Brad was like,
oh, he was like, is it happening? Like, have we found it? Have we?
Oh, he was all like, okay, do we track it? And like, and I'm like, this is my first conversation with Brad, and like sitting down, like, is that I've lost my phone, and luckily Amanda found it. So
yeah,
that was great. Forever awesome first impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. What do we have next?
Well, speaking of Amanda, this is the evolution is part of this evolution. So Christina found this moment actually. It wasn't planned, but she found it. So
Happy little accident.
it was literally my first announcement on our podcast about doing anything with the Queen of Our Hearts.
Queen of Our Hearts.
Work
for the companion. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of really cool things. I've done a roundtable with Chris Judge where I got to go out to LA and like produce that. I have met all these amazing people, but there has been one that I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to produce. And that is Queen of Our Hearts, Grand Empress of Sci-Fi, Amanda Tapping.
It happened, y'all. Obviously. Obviously it happened.
And then some.
And then some. But it's
what a
just
wild
so
ride.
weird to go back and find these moments. It was
Yeah.
like Amanda was still Amanda Tapping at that point. You know what I mean? Like it's just really wild to see what all we've done. Like legitimately. And the opportunities that have been given to us. It's just been wonderful in general. Can't ask for anything better. Oh. Weird, y'all. We have another incoming transmission. Oh, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a text message.
Oh my gosh.
If someone would like to read it.
Stop. You gotta read that.
No, I've already read it.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Or you want to do it, Sarah?
No, you got it.
All right. So this is from Queen of Our Hearts, Grand Empress of Sci-Fi, Amanda Tapping. Congratulations on your 100th episode. What a joyful, thoughtful, and compassionate space you have created. It's a rare gift. Much love to you all.
Oh,
with 3 hearts after it.
Yeah. That's how far we've come. But I love that she mentioned the joyful, thoughtful, and compassionate space. That feels really nice, and it feels very heartening and like we're doing something right, at least.
Yeah.
So it's very appreciated to hear that in general.
I would just want to take a moment to level set an appreciation of that space, because for those who've been around for a while know that we don't do this for anything other than the love of each other, this community. We don't do this to make money. We don't do this to do whatever. We do this because we enjoy the conversation and the people, and we enjoy what has come from it from a very organic and authentic space. And we have this constant check-in about vibe checking and saying the thing out loud and course correcting when things feel like it's off. And forever grateful that by us all showing up and being incredibly just transparent and raw, like, look what's happened. Look at just organically what's going. I just want to take a moment of awe for that and just gratitude, because there's not many spaces out there, I feel like, that you can look at that and feel like it's a genuine space. But I hope that people can look at that and see that with us, that this is truly just a bunch of fans having a great time, having some hard conversations, and have been very blessed along the way with who's decided to come along the ride with us.
Yeah.
Very.
With that being said, we each came up with some questions to ask each other. Do we want to each ask one of our questions?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Not it.
I'll go first.
Not it.
I'll fall on that sword. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So this is kind of like a kickstart. What are 3, or like, this doesn't have to be 3, but some of the biggest ways that doing the podcast has impacted your life? It could be like professional, it could be personal, it could be something intrinsically that you get out of it. Like, what do you get out of it? How has it impacted your life?
I have some of that to say at the end, but I will offer some different answers instead.
Okay.
Because there are very obvious reasons that it
Yeah.
has impacted my life. So I think the first one, and Christina, you'd be thinking, well, we can like ping pong back and forth. But I think the first one was really, it solidified my comfort in being who I am and liking what I like, and not being afraid to be out with that and like, and just embrace that, you know. Growing up in this area during the 80s and 90s, it was definitely not cool to be a nerd. So there was a lot of closeting of yourself going on.
Yeah.
And then we start, you know, like from TikTok and then to the podcast, and then seeing people comment and say they're enjoying what we're doing and they're following, and then we meet them and everything. That's something that feels, it was very validating, I would say, for me personally. Yeah.
I would say, to piggyback on that, because I'll leave part of it for later, but I will say, if I were to think about just an umbrella, biggest point of what it's been or kind of meant is allowing myself to feel like I can have this duality of passions between fashion and this life and this work I do, but also nerd and fandom. I think I've found through this podcast my voice and how to kind of interweave that a bit in my life. It's because I think I've so greatly sat over here and I was somewhat a nerd here, but I've been able to create more space for my nerd and my fandom and make myself feel not so ashamed about it, that I now have this comfort that they take up equal weight. And it's given me dedicated space to really invest in that, where without that time would have been absorbed by something else. And it's that forced time and investment that's allowed me to feel comfortable having kind of the approach to life that I do when it comes to my passions and what I do, which anyone who's new here, just know I have the struggle with taking new stuff in, and I'm pretty stuck in kind of what exists in my life, and I don't consume new, and I just try to find comfort and create space. And this podcast has made me feel like that's okay to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next? What questions?
I have a lighter one.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
In the 3 Fry short biopic,
oh no,
plays you?
Oh.
Well, I'll have to say, because Terrell Rothery told me I look like Chloe Svengi, or I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd have to pick her.
Okay.
Because Terrell said so. And I don't have any other celebrity lookalikes that I'm aware of. If anyone, I think people should comment who they think our celebrity look like.
Yeah. I would like to see
Yeah.
that too.
I'd actually like
have
to know who that
ideas.
would be.
There could be look-alike and there could be feel-alike too. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
I think if I'm going feel alike, this is hard for me because I don't do a lot of outside that. I don't know. I would just make Terrell play me. Just make Terrell do it.
You just make Terrell play. I think that would work actually, honestly.
Yeah, we're very kindred hippie crystal ladies.
I think it would work. Whoa. Incoming transmission, y'all. God, I thought I put this thing on airplane mode earlier. I guess I didn't.
Guess who's turning 100? 3 Fry Short. Such a fitting title. I should be the little stubby fry on the end. 3.5. What do you think? 100th episode. How huge is that? I'm so thrilled for you all. I'm excited for you. I hope you have an amazing celebration and a continued fabulous turnout with your amazing podcasts. Thank you very much for inviting me to be a guest. I'm Terrell Rothery. For those who don't know me and think, who the hell is that scraggly blonde on the camera? Well, it's Terrell Rothery. That's who it is, wearing her companion t-shirt. Thank you so much. Sarah, Wells, Christina, happy 100th episode. I'm so excited for you. Continued success, my friends. Speak soon. Bye.
When did you get all of these?
They're coming in just now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
there's live coming in. I do love a good Terrell.
I'm just saying, I remember in the chat, I'm like, we haven't gotten any like video submissions or requests. Like, we're gonna have to do all the fucking work.
Yeah, so much work, y'all.
Well, Wells is sneaky. Sneaky.
Oh,
Terrell.
Carol.
We need some big giant salad soon and
Yeah.
pizza parties and movie night.
And some baby tigers to pet as you bowl children out of the way.
Oh, Terrell. If you guys don't know that story about Terrell.
Watch our shore leave debrief.
Yeah.
God, Terrell. Love her. She loves animals and she loves little kids. That's all I gotta say.
And you're not
animals
the way.
But the animal goes first.
Right. The kids cannot get in the way between her and the animals. That's not a thing. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we are moving on to our next category of reminiscing. And this has to do with soundtrack and audio recording, what is sound design gripes that we have, which are kind of a lot, I guess. This is a very niche thing to bitch about, but we sure bitched about it.
Yep. Many times.
Yeah.
Let's
or pointed it out or talked about it. Yeah.
It's like the music cue is so like the organ music kicks in at this point. Like, which we have not had organ music before this episode, but it's like we're gonna hit you hard with the fact that it's a different like mythology and a different culture sort of thing. So
that Gregorian chant, man.
Oh yeah,
comes in
big
hard,
time.
Like
it comes in real hard. You're like, all right.
And I honestly don't hate it.
No,
because it's not. It some of the music choices in the past have been corny and have not aged well. I didn't hate this. This was actually like, I think it benefited the episode and it fit in pretty well.
Oh sure. I mean it sets the scene as much as like anything else, like a setting or costumes or anything. So
I feel like I'm on the Halo start screen. Was it Halo that used like that?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh God. See, it's just traumatizing to me. I can't.
It feels like it's not Lara really that bothers me. It just feels to me, this episode does feel super sappy, sentimental, and it's like a manufactured microcosm of a relationship and the grieving process, and it doesn't work for me at all because of that. The sappiness also is manufactured by the fact that the music is so goddamn sappy for the last 25 minutes of the episode.
I don't think they have used that music any other
Oh,
episode.
it's just like the whole thing, except for like you
Mm.
get the Sam and Jack theme when Sam's like missing him, right? But like
Mhm.
everything else is this other, and it's just consistent all the way through, and it's designed to make you like that's what music does, to make you feel that way. I said the whole Preggers thing at the end is super fucking soap opera.
Oh God,
had a
the
lot to
piano way
say,
with the
y'all.
like hand on the belly, the like.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder if there was an abandoned storyline somewhere in there.
I don't know. Maybe.
And we see children playing hopscotch. Former Uron children are laughing and playing everywhere. And again, this looks like the most boring fun I've ever seen. And they use the same. This was so annoying. And I'm like, if I'm noticing this, I can only imagine like how Rebecca, you would notice this. But it's like the same background stock footage sound of like children laughing. It's like the same child laughing over and over and over again. And I was like, this is awful. I hate this. Like, get a different Foley artist or whatever.
You catch like the exact thing repeating too.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes,
sometimes
and
it's like
they're not even having that much fun. Like, I don't see anything to laugh about, but regardless.
Maybe I'm not the right person to help you.
Yes, you are. You're the only one who can. Look, I know you well enough to know that you don't have a clue what to say. You don't even have to say anything.
Come here.
I miss him. Good cue on this.
It really is pretty music, though. Like,
it really is, but
oh God,
she's so melodramatic.
The dinner's still cold.
It's still the table is still set.
Cold. Oh my
man.
God. Oh God.
Okay, let's dive in.
That point of view one was really good.
God.
That whole episode, we had like a wig rant in there. We had the music. We
We
had
were feisty that
another
day.
thing that's coming up. Don't worry. But yeah, the sound design, we clearly have a lot of gripes about. There was some other soundtrack choices that I know we've had discussions on, and I couldn't fucking find where we talked about it.
We also had discussions on some questionable fan music videos. There's the saxophone one in Beneath the Surface has already been mentioned in the comments now. Yes, that is a thing.
Oh God, yeah, that was really that's one you gotta go back and watch. I might go back and watch that one.
I think it's like it was originally because I was trying to pull that dialogue clip, right? I was trying to find it, and I ended up finding this like. I'm sorry if the editor is in here right now. But I don't think they are.
Those fan-made videos are so hit or miss because sometimes they're so fucking good and they're like, this
I've
makes
sent
me
you
feel
some
things.
bangers.
And this is
I have sent you
emotional. And then
bangers.
other times it just hits you with the like saxophone out of nowhere.
It feels like a softcore porn sometimes.
smooth
It feels so like, what is happening?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a minefield. And then I remember even the situation when Wells sent that to us, we didn't respond right away because I saw it and I'm like, I can't watch this right now. I'll go back to it. And you were just like kind of left in the lurch where it's like, well, I guess I don't fucking like this. Okay. And then like when we responded, we were like, oh my God, we need to include this in the episode.
Yes. I was like, why is nobody reacting to this?
We have a life, okay.
Like this is like
I feel like this is 911 important.
Yes.
Top priority.
I need you to watch this right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
If
we need
they
to
actually
saxophone edit.
if they had that kind of music in the show, I would
No,
that would
you wouldn't be
send
able to
me
watch
to
it.
fucking orbit.
No.
I couldn't.
Yeah, 100%.
never.
Oh,
Oh my God.
incoming transmission again? What is happening?
Deliberate angle, eye contact, dramatic entrance. Hello! Yes, it is I, Three Fries Short, Aki, calling, I guess, to say congratulations on 100 episodes? How can that be? It seems like just yesterday someone asked me if I would sing a song about Stargate for a podcast, and I realized it was a question I had been waiting for my entire life. I am just so glad that it has had this kind of longevity and that I got to be somehow part of it, which still freaks me out to this day. I think about you all the time because I still have the original Three Fry Short sticker on my laptop here in my undisclosed bunker. And I'm just wishing you all the best. It's been an absolute blast. And do I remember how the song goes? Me sing? I couldn't possibly. Dr. Jackson, give me the news of a planet far away, etc. Congratulations.
I love him. Oh, that's so awesome.
Aki.
Thank you, Aki. Yes,
Thank
the
you.
musical stylings of Aki Burmese greeting us every time we podcast. It's a great way to kick off the show.
We love it.
Even some little sound bits here and there when we jump into the fry box.
Yep.
And we had him on for a tropes episode. So if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend. It's a great
one
episode.
it's probably the lowest special guest episode on our YouTube.
And it really shouldn't be.
And it shouldn't
Like,
be. It's a
it's so
really
good.
interesting conversation. So if y'all haven't watched or listened, it's available in audio too. If you haven't watched that one, you really should. Aki knows his shit. Let's put it
Yeah.
Yes. And we bonded. We've said this on the podcast before, but also we bonded originally in college and then right after college because of our shared fandom and nerdness and everything. So
also plug I can never fucking say it. Lake
Street Dive.
Dive. Yeah.
Lake Street Dive. He is
That's his
with the band Lake Street Dive, who was nominated for a Grammy this past year.
Love that.
Only losing it to Nora Jones.
Oh,
boo! Tomato.
Tomato. Sure. Because that album is great. The Lake Street Dive album. They made it with a D20 and set parameters, and they all wrote it together and they rolled to determine like key, time signature, everything. Like
it's
The
phenomenal.
album's called Good Together. You should
that one song of them, I think.
Sail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. If you're sleeping on Lake Street Dive, you should not be.
You need to wake up.
Fun time music. So
yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, okay, so this is a kind of like a little mini category. But it kind of like it hit us back to back, like two episodes in a row.
Yep.
Where Daniel was kind of just like he was what's the term that we use?
Apathetic or just like resigned. I think
he was in rare form. That's what
He's been real sassy.
Yeah.
But not.
Second episode in a row where Daniel is pulling that Jack like feeling of I'm probably like we're 90% sure I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
because he did it in Watergate and now
Yes.
he's doing it here too.
Yes.
The like I'm pretty sure they're gonna eat me. Lol. Like what? Like if it were text messaging times and he could text them, that's what he would have said. I'm pretty sure they're gonna eat me. LOL. That's the feeling that Daniel gives off in these like both of these episodes.
I would like to think I too would be that way, but I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, what the fuck? Get me out of here. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. He's gonna eat me. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe when you just become desensitized to being in these situations, it's like, well, it's another day at work. Let me clock in. So they gear up to make the jump. Daniel is nervous. Teal'c is just confused. He's like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this is a parachute. He's like, this does not look like this was built for what you're saying it's built for.
And Jack's just like, yeah, just do this, and then just pull this, and you're fine. Joke's like,
Yeah. Which, okay. If there was a possibility of them having a parachute down, should they not have gotten like a crash course? Like, I'm sure Jack and Sam and Markov have gotten some kind of training on it, like parachuting down, but like it is a little more complex than just pull the ripcord. Like,
Yeah, Daniel probably has too. Like Daniel didn't look like he wasn't gonna do it. Daniel looked like he was resigned to his fate, but like by the time that he jumped, like he just like, like but like they literally hadn't told Teal'c that would have even been a possibility. You know, he had no clue.
Yeah. Poor
Hate
Teal.
that.
The sub, yeah, and then the sub continues to creak ominously as the pressure continues to increase. Back on the base, Mayborn continues to thaw out. His heart is beating and his body temperature is rising. O'Neill calls out his name and his eyes are like shifting. We're like, oh god, okay, he's awake. On the sub, the engine gets up and running, but they're still unable to move. So we have some dialogue. Markov, Daniel Carter. Markov says, pushing the engines harder will only burn them out again. Next time I might not be able to fix them.
And if we stay here, we'll run out of air.
If the pressure keeps increasing at the current rate, the sub will implode long before we run out of air.
I figure we have maybe an hour.
I agree. The front bubble will be the most susceptible. It will go first.
Can we stop agreeing on how we're going to die and start doing something about it?
Yeah, they're just like laying out in like horrific detail. Well, we're not going to suffocate. We're just going to implode.
So this has been Daniel's vibe ever since he jumped out of the plane.
Yeah.
He's just like, cool. This sucks.
Yep. I hate this.
This is what we're doing now, I guess.
I hate this, but if it happens, I'm kind of not reacting strongly about it.
Yeah.
Side question, was that before the billionaires got crushed in the submarine?
I was just thinking, I was like, was this right around the
I think we have somewhere in there a comment about too soon or something. Something like in the commentary was about it. So I think it happened. I think the billionaires happened before this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I do think so.
It couldn't have been that far before. Like
Yeah.
it really was probably too soon. But like
that why I think there was something because I remember when watching it through, but yeah, we did not touch that. But it's comical to me how apathetic he is to death because he's the one who just keeps dying and coming back later on. So, you know,
He's like, this isn't my first rodeo. It's fine.
It's
I'll
fine.
figure it out.
It's fine. Family's
he's
fine.
the
It's
OG
fine.
because he was apathetic toward death before he knew he was going to come back from death so many times.
Yes.
So had he known.
Yeah. It would have been a completely different sort of situation. Incoming transmission.
Another one.
Hey guys, happy 100th episode. There's so much to celebrate that you guys do. The fact that you do it with humor, which fits everything that we love about Stargate, and just the fact that I love the individual takes that each of you have about this amazing show that, as you guys know, is my favorite and will probably be my favorite forever. Congratulations. So proud of you guys. Can't wait to see what you do with the next 100. Bye.
Oh, that was awesome.
Jenny.
The hot
Doesn't
take.
know Jenny. Jenny is a really cool person. She does a lot of consulting. She's involved in a lot of conventions. She knows we connected with her through the Companion because she was a consultant for the Companion. And before that, Stargate Command, which Lawrence and all the Companion people ran that website. So she's been connected for a while. She has said that she will come on our show. So we'll have a good conversation with her at some point.
Yes.
Soon. But she is I mean, as far as somebody who's been able to work full-time in fandom for a very long time, she's also just a very sweet person. We love Jenny. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Jenny.
Thank you. Oh, Tux is trying to come say hi. So
I
if you
heard
hear-
him.
Hi, Tux.
Hi, Tux. I'm gonna try to get him so he doesn't attack me. So carry on. I'm gonna mute myself.
No, you're good. The next one is we've already talked about one of the next of the category. We're talking about alternate episode titles. Can we pull up the poll results? Do we know who won?
Let me pull it up. I think I know who won, but I don't want to.
Because while you do that, I can play clips of the other two. The one of the three, we never actually said it in the episode, sadly.
Okay.
But so we have Thor's
Oh,
Wagon.
okay. Yeah.
Here's the second one that was one of the nominees. We only have three alternate titles. I'm gonna try to make that better, y'all. I promise. But
We
so
gotta get back on that.
here's number 2. Here was the number 2 that we threw out for y'all.
Clear that there's some tension between her and Daniel, which I truly could not care less about. But here we go again. She explains that since their memory loss, relationships and close contact have been taboo because no one wants to bang their mom or sister or brother or whatever. But since Daniel's not from Vias, it's like they can bone down. Let's go, guys. But Daniel makes an attempt, barely, to turn her down by playing the dead wife card, which again, we don't even care about because who's Sharae? She thought a pen was magic. That was her personality trait. So he immediately gives up and Kira just leans in to kiss him. But she explains that she had to take the opportunity now because if she regains her memory, and finds out she's married to somebody else, she would have never had the opportunity to do it again. And then Daniel kisses her back, and I'm like, boo, tomato, tomato, boo.
That was the other part I'd already read ahead. So, boo, tomato, tomato, boo.
Yeah,
a classic.
Yeah, I have been reading your notes, and I remember I started cracking up.
You did, yeah.
Before you even got to that part.
Yeah.
That is available on our Redbubble as a shirt or a sticker if you would like to buy it. I have it set to the lowest amount. I still think, no, I shouldn't even say that yet because there's a part coming up about it. So I'll hold on to that. But I have plans. Again, we have lots of plans, and maybe some of them don't ever happen, y'all. But we try things. We like experiment.
Oh, Ergie has a boogie.
Uh-oh.
I gotta wipe his booger.
It's cat maintenance time, y'all. It's time for cat maintenance.
Oh, I touched it. Ew,
Do you
ew,
see
ew. Tuxedo?
Like seriously. Just pause, everyone. We're taking a brief intermission for cat maintenance. In the meantime, I'll play the third nominee for the poll that we put out to everybody.
The second. Well,
Thor's Wagon
no.
we already played.
Okay, okay.
So,
Thor's Wagon.
So Thor's Wagon was 1. Boo Tomato Tomato Boo was 2. And this is the third one. Like I said, it's not actually mentioned by us. I think it was something that we did after the fact. But this is still a pretty fun clip that will tell you, what the episode is, basically.
Opening credits with the devil face emoji.
They've been building up Sokar for
Mm-hmm.
the whole season at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
We're finally here.
Finally, with a 2-parter, guys.
Yep.
We get to find out who Sokar is. Bum, bum, bum. Trip to hell.
Yes, exciting. Hell turns out to be a planet called Natu, a moon that orbits Sokar's planet. What?
Just turns out.
Just the way you said that. Just like it's like in Scooby-Doo when at the end they unveil the villain, you're like, hell turned out to be Natu.
Old Man Jenkins. So Martouf believes that Jacob is still alive because Sokar is a fun guy, and
God.
Hell turned out to be a place. We're
Oh,
still in
we're-
cat maintenance mode,
we're
y'all.
in cat maintenance.
Still cat maintenance mode is happening. While that's happening, I'm going to throw this poll result.
It's like snow rocketing all over the place. It's disgusting.
Y'all just give me a minute and I'll make it happen.
This is on par for how our podcast.
How could
goes.
we can't have us, and it's already been said in the comments too, but it's true. It is not a true 100th episode celebration if we don't have some chaos going on.
No.
So we'll allow the chaos.
Sorry, Ernie.
Oh, thank God this didn't save as that weird iPhone thing that never likes me to upload it. It's actually letting me upload it. So the nominees that we threw out on an Instagram poll last week were the top your choice best alternate titles. First one was Thor's Wagon. Second one was Boo Tomato Tomato or Boo Tomato Tomato Boo. And the third one that we ended up, it was a 2-parter episode. So it's always, especially with the 2-parters, I feel like an alternate title is good because it's just boring to be like the Topo parts 1 and 2. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that third one came about. I do know that I put Charlie Daniels band on the graphic on Instagram. Some solid work there on Natu.
It might have. We need to find that. Oh my God.
It might have been the graphic that made us.
There had to have been a joke somewhere. Maybe it was in the podcast before the podcast that we joked about it, and
we joked about it afterwards. There's something that was was very obvious to why we titled it. But that episode, which was Jolinar's Memories and The Devil You Know, we did it as the two-parter in one because we don't like to make you wait. And we called it The Devil Went Down to Natu. So those were the 3 alternate title options. And I have the screenshot from Sarah of the actual poll results. So you know that we are being truthful. Wait, did you find
It wasn't even like a thumbnail. It's I just gotta send it to you because
Are you talking about the graphic I made?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if you made this or if I made
it.
this. Okay.
I made it. I made
This
it.
is just our like, hey, this was before we really got into making thumbnails. We should really remake that thumbnail just for posthumously or whatever.
Should we die?
I'm making them.
The
We're
episode
just
is
like
done.
we're making them just like wait for this result. No, but I'm going to show them that picture first. Here you go, guys. For those of you listening in audio land, it's a picture
of Charlie Daniels in hell.
In hell.
You
Playing
can
the
go
violin.
to. Well, it's on our Instagram from May 20th, 2023. If you want to
Yeah.
scroll back, that's where it is.
The Devil Went Down to Natu.
If you guys are not familiar with the song, there's a song called The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. Quite famous violin solo in that song.
Yeah.
So look it up and for some context if you would like.
So are we ready for our poll results?
Yes.
So the winner of the best alternate title is drum roll. I didn't load a drum roll in. I should have done it. There we go. Thor's Wagon. But not by a ton. I feel like this is the solid. The Devil Went Down to Natu had a solid run at it.
I think Boo Tomato Tomato was just like people probably were like ghost tomato. What the fuck? Like
a ghost
tomato. It's fine. It's a ghost.
But
I'm telling you, I don't even remember the name of that episode. I've referenced it in other episodes. I'm like that Boo Tomato Tomato. I don't remember the name of it because we never call it that. It's past and present. I remember it now, but
in Boo Tomato Tomato.
And Boo Tomato Tomato.
Yeah. It's great. So thank you everybody who participated in that poll.
Yes.
It was fun to throw something out there. Incoming transmission. This was taking a while to receive.
Hello to 3 of my favorite people on this planet. I am so impressed and so proud of y'all. Like 100 episodes, that is such a huge achievement. And I want you guys to just take a second and think about all of the work that you guys put into this. I mean, not only did you make 100 episodes, but you've got people like Terrell, Amanda, Brad Wright, like you have so many, Sue Ann Braun, you have so many people that have joined in on your mission, so to speak. And I mean, I think that just speaks to the kind of people that you are that driven and that kind and that approachable. And I am honored and proud to call you my friends. Congratulations on your 100th episode. Also, I hope you don't mind. I took your logo and I made it into an embroidery pattern. So let me know if you guys want sweatshirts or flannels or maybe jackets and your size. And I am going to get these out to you. It'll probably be like here, like a lapel thing. Or I can make a sleeve patch, but let me know. Okay, I love you guys. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Annie.
Oh.
I love that 3 Fries Short 100 episodes long. I love that so much.
Oh, I love that. That looks so good. I could already picture it on like a crew neck.
Yeah. Could be really nice.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Annie, love
Annie.
you.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
this is
Honored to
so
call you friend
awesome.
as well. Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do one of our next questions?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I didn't ask one the first time around.
Oh my god,
that incoming transmission came in. It just threw everything off. That's
It's
why.
like, how did
It
we
was the
forget?
I can't
No, 'cause-
control all of these notifications, y'all. It's just they're just coming in.
You have
nothing I can do about it.
All right, hold on. I wrote a couple down, but let me ask. Okay, that feels very similar. So, okay, this one is a bit more serious. Sorry, but we can come back to it. But so definitely over the years, we've used our podcast as a way to explore a lot of like real world issues and integrate it into kind of the fandom and what's going on in the show. Has our conversations on this podcast changed the way you view current events or your political opinions? Like, has our podcast and our discussions changed any of your views? Or like, maybe the question would be, what's one thing that maybe through our podcast you've learned or expanded or kind of changed your perspective on that wouldn't have happened maybe as quickly without it?
I'm not sure that I've shifted my opinion on anything because of the podcast. I would offer that I have shifted my or it's become apparent how important media literacy is, and what information is put out in media and how people digest that. Which was something that I thought about before. Obviously, I went to film school, so like I'm geared to break things down. But it's just, I think it's shown me that even more so than ever, that anybody can take anything from art and interpret it, and just the absolute importance of that, I would say, is what I've got. I don't think it's changed any of my core beliefs.
Totally fair.
In general, you know what I mean? But like, it has changed perspective on media and the people that choose to actually think about it and actually break it down versus not. You know, it's that whole anti-woke sci-fi fan debate and things like that, which it's just heightened, like it's made me hyper aware of that specifically, I think. And it also makes me very proud that we're willing to really dive in and do that and have those conversations.
I don't think it has changed any of my opinions. I think it has strengthened them and has helped me like double down on them. And even being friends with you and having discussions with both of you, expanding my worldview. Christina, I cannot reference this enough, but like learning about trans children and then being able to put people in their fucking place when they're like, there's litter boxes in the children's school. I'm like, no, there's fucking not. There's that doesn't exist. So like, it just helps me. It has helped me become more comfortable in myself and speaking about these things, because when we can talk about it on the podcast and maybe be a little bit messy about it, it helps me get my thoughts into order so that when I do encounter things in the real world, I can stand 10 toes down and be like, actually, I know someone who has a trans kid and this is exactly what happens. All of that shit that you're hearing about doesn't fucking happen. So so it hasn't, I haven't changed any opinions. I've doubled down on the ones that I had before.
And maybe that's a better phrasing of the question, because I think I would know going into that we didn't necessarily change anything, but maybe I think to your point, like what have we been able to go like all toes in on? Like what have we been able to like stand on business now that maybe we didn't have before?
Yeah.
I would also offer that I 100% feel more confident, like Sarah is saying, in being vocal. And again, I don't want to say too much about this because of things that we're going to do later. I would 100% say that that is true because of this podcast specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to go with do we want to do like a round robin and do one of our other questions?
Sure.
Sarah, you go next. Let's do two at a time. So Sarah, go, and then I'll hold And
See,
I'll
this
ask
is
that question
and
next
this is
time.
one that I thought of because you, Wells, had kind of a funny one. So I'm like, wait, okay, I got one. Because it would not be a 3 Fry Short episode without me being a hating ass bitch and asking which one of the side characters do you hate the most? That either drives you crazy. I think we lost Wells. They're frozen.
No.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I was frozen. Now
You're still a little frozen. I see this
Can
on my
you
screen.
hear
We can hear you robotically.
Yeah.
Robo Wells.
So, Christina, answer the question.
I will answer the question while Wells goes through techno stuff. So, a
It could
side
be
character.
Yeah, it could be like a one-off character that is just in one episode. It could be a recurring character. Just basically not any of the main cast, and that includes like Dr. Frasier, Hammond. I would say
Okay.
even Mayborn. I'm trying like think really niche characters.
Okay. Okay. It's hard because we're keeping this just localized to SG1. We're not thinking about the entire
Yeah.
franchise, right?
We're looking back on like the people that we've met so far in our 100 episodes.
People that we've met so far. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna hate me for this one.
Say it. That's why I asked, girl.
Major
Be a
Davis.
hater. What? Not bestie? Why do you hate him?
I find his character at this point, to be a bit of a pick-me in some spaces. While he does stand on business, and we do see him make some good decisions, I find his character to be quite revolting.
Okay, first of all, easily one of the more handsome characters, I will say, in my opinion.
Not my
I think
type.
I think
Okay.
Colin Cunningham, if you're listening to this.
Sorry, Colin Cunningham.
You
so
could
sorry.
get it back in 2000. You couldn't get it, girl.
Okay. I'm gonna say this as like on the spot as I can, with
Just
a
say it,
grain
yeah.
of salt, knowing that I do really like his character and I do like his full arc, and I do understand later on how important he is and critical he is. But he at this point I don't feel like I can trust him because he's just kind of plays the table. He plays whoever's agenda is going, and he's inconsistent, and I don't do well with people who don't have a line in the sand on where they're gonna have allegiance to, which, to be fair, that's how his character's supposed to be. But I don't know.
I liked him when we first met him. I can't remember I think it was A Matter of Time. I'm going back in the Rolodex in my brain. And Hammond like met up with him, and he was like, I'm all briefed, girl. I know what's going on. You don't have to explain it to me. I got you, bitch. Let's go take care of stuff. And it was such a breath of fresh air for Hammond because he's like, oh, thank fucking God. Somebody that doesn't report directly to me knows what's going on. So like he's just incredibly competent, and like he gets to the point. But you're right, like he could be seen as more like a neutral, like party. I don't think he's.
And that's
if you gotta be a pick me, I get being a pick me for SG1 and Hammond. I get that. I will be a pick me.
Well,
too.
and maybe that's not the right word for it.
Jump back in. Who are you talking about?
Bestie Major Davis.
Oh,
Christina's.
Well, you asked of ones we've seen so far. If it was throughout the entirety of SG1, I would have a different person, but we haven't really met them yet, so I'm not going to go there. And the reason I say it is because, well, it's just getting you up to speed. It's not for a disdain or dislike of him as a character. I don't know that I would feel trustworthy of his character at this point in the show, just because he does seem to work fairly independently, doesn't report to a show. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to articulate it well, but you asked a question. That's my answer.
It's like, is this going to be another Mayborn-ish kind of character?
Yeah, like you don't know, like, because when you're watching it, you're like, I feel like there could be a Scooby-Doo moment where it's like, haha, surprise, it was Major Davis the whole time. That's why I don't like him. Because he feels like someone who could be a villain if the right story came about.
All right.
Luckily,
Well,
What the question was?
A side character or a one-off character that you hate, and not any of the. I wouldn't even include like Mayborn. I'm thinking of like our episode of the week people, that like annoyed you. Like, could it be Ergo? Could it be, Kira from Boots Radio? Lara.
Come on, it's Lara. Like,
but
Lara.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it during that episode, but she felt really manipulative about things in the workplace. So,
she wanted that baby.
You know what I'm saying? So, that was annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's my answer.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. Okay. Let's keep on keeping on then.
All right. This is a beefy episode.
I know, but we're
It's
like
the 100th. Come on, we got to make it a beefy one.
Yeah, but we're like in that tail end. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us. We're in those final.
Oh, incoming transmission, y'all. I just don't even know.
Hello from Luxembourg, and congrats on reaching out the 100 episodes. Free Fire Shorts, I'm sorry, I'm killing the name, but is my travel buddy when I have to drive long trip for a long period of time. Is my travel buddy for that, and my work buddy if I have an overwhelming day at work. For me, the podcast is also a way to look at episodes differently with other aspects that I either did not consider, and reruns are more exciting, but I also end up is, oh, okay, I missed that the first time, or I still don't get it. The podcast is also a safe place. Thank you for building that up, because you have followers that are mainly with this approach of safe place. We can share everything without being judged, and yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Continue like this. Can't wait to have the next episode. And I'm really grateful I had the chance to meet you almost 1 year ago in person. Can't believe it's already almost 1 year. And what we hear in the podcast, the bond you have, you three, is really great because you can feel it when we meet with you in real life. So thank you.
Oh, that was
I'm gonna cry.
lovely.
So.
Thank you.
I love you so.
Oh, I can't believe. Yeah, it is coming up on a year ago.
It really is.
In May.
It's pretty wild.
Oh.
I love that. I'm so glad that we can like be your companion at work or when you're driving. I love that. I love being able to be with you like that. That's awesome.
Feels really nice.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so if I still remember the first like companion social hour where like I didn't know anybody yet, and then like, oh no.
Yeah.
Love you. We shared a Airbnb together in Texas.
Oh.
Oh. There we go. Okay.
I love it. Thank you guys. This is so awesome.
I think I'm just getting into a descent into emotionalness as the night goes on. So.
Yeah.
Well,
All
let's
right.
pull you out of that with the next few. I think
Good. Let's
help.
do that.
Might help.
Yeah, let's do
Maybe
that.
a little bit. I feel like the next section is mostly my fault. as
Yay.
I drink prosecco tonight. But there have only been a few times, but there haven't been a few times where substances got a little too much. One was planned. One was not. I have both of them to show you.
Substances, yo.
Substances, yo. So these are if you follow my TikTok, you've probably seen these, but maybe you've forgotten about them. But both of these are TikTok compilations of the ridiculousness. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it at that.
There's a point where Daniel O'Neill are both like, I don't feel good either, which kind of feels like a cop out for the episode. Like, could we not have made an episode where the SPC like royally fucked it up for a society and there was no detriment to them? Because
The Twitch, the
I
eye
would have
twitch.
appreciated seeing that. Like,
I accept that challenge.
Oh god.
I'm gonna yodel like the aliens do, and that just means close the iris. Okay, ready? Done. Iris closed.
That was the
No,
next
it's
one.
not about a love for the child. It's about he has to be chosen, he has to be important. Like, it's very selfish.
But also, I cannot forget how he treated her in secrets when he was like a big fucking pile of dicks to her.
But it's
and
still
mad
his
that-
ego. No, but I'm agreeing with you. It's still a dick fucking ego move. It's still this like pride fucking thing. It's all about
Just
him.
instead of it
that
coming
he's
from a
gotta be
place
this-
of
No, it's not about a love for the child. It's about he has to be a chosen one. He has to be important. Like, it's very selfish. Okay. It's very, very selfish. And like
It's the smile and nod for me.
Moment of,
in the
so I'm
background
kinda dissing on my man in this case,
conversation
but it's also coming
too.
from a, like,
It's just like
a
whoop.
mental space of like gets him there really quickly. But he
I was hanging on for dear life, y'all.
he does.
We'll give context after this is over.
And then thankfully he gets maybe I was a little too expressive, violently humbled by realizing that it wasn't him at all, but it was the ego space nut with the Masala. I also hate how quickly Daniel buys into this. I don't like the way it tastes, but it was like chicken wing. Went out the window. He sees the monkey. Taste the biscuit.
Okay. Okay, hold on. But I got for the people who are gonna listen to this and never watch it. We just
need to watch
it.
We need
Go
to pop
watch
all of these clips. We'll put them up on things too. I
Yeah,
really like
but that was a
short episode.
montage of Wells's like visual overlay while editing. Sarah and I having deep discussions about Daniel being a man-child and Wells just going deep into
Being completely zooted the whole time.
So y'all, I have had THC gummies before, lying in bed thinking like just on TikTok thinking I'm totally there, right? Sitting up at a computer trying to do a podcast. I will never make that mistake ever again. There was a moment where I was like, please nobody ask me anything. I have no idea what is going on right now. Words don't make sense. And I'm just, let me just sit and nod and try to look normal. And it's
Oh, hold on. Check your mic real quick, Wells.
mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're good. Okay. You're good.
You're good.
Oh god. That was hilarious.
Oh god.
Y'all didn't know that it happened until after.
No,
Because you were in it, you were having that conversation. It wasn't until I think the day or so after that I was like, yo, like I
felt that.
holding on for my dear life, trying to
Yeah.
get through that. Like,
You can always count on Sarah and I having a really good back and forth if it's about Daniel. We are always good to go.
it was probably
We are
honestly
hilarious.
the best moment for that to have happened, but like because it had kicked in and then it kicked in, right? And I'm just like trying to stare at the notes and I'm like, everything is going by too fast. I can't like I cannot process anything right now.
God. Okay, but for those who are maybe newer don't know, we did do a live stream drunken rewatch
Yes.
of whatever episode that was with the people and the plants and the whatever Daniel does
One
an
false
airplane
step.
move.
One false
Yeah.
step. Yeah.
So if you want to know what we sound like absolutely obliterated and off of our minds, there's a rare opportunity to go.
Again, I
take a doozy.
excelled at that assignment as well, I feel.
Yeah.
But
I would say maybe that is a failed thing because like we haven't had drinking episodes or games since
No.
because it was such a nightmare to edit. We didn't really make any sense. It was kind of fun, but
it was fun. But like having to go back and listen to like that level of drunk us and then try to make sense of it to cut it into an episode was god awful. This is not just like having some prosecco. This was like the assignment was get yourself drunk. Like that was the assignment,
but not blackout. Like you can still have a conversation, but like impaired.
I think I blacked out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you want
The
to
next
know,
day was rough, let's put it that way. But yeah, it's but it is a heavily edited episode, so I think I did a decent job salvaging, like so that you're not stuck in this hell of listening to us be like shit hammered for too long.
Yeah.
But we did the one thing that we did that was fun too, but we all like hung out and live watched the episode right before together.
I would do
with
that
people, too.
again.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'd bring that back.
If it's an episode that we don't really feel like we need to pull together a lot of pre-planning for, it could be a fun thing to do. Like, and that was the other example of that episode specifically. I think all of us were like, we just got to power through this episode somehow. So this is as good a way to do it as any.
Yeah, that was a stinker of an episode. So we were like, that we can sacrifice that one for this experiment, so to speak.
Yeah. And now we have another fun moment coming up next, which you alluded to earlier, Sarah.
Okay, yeah.
So let's just watch it and then we'll go from there.
We'll discuss. I don't know if this is going to be a new segment, but maybe. In our group chat, I sent you guys a cryptic image.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay, so I promised that this has something to do with the episode that we're going to talk about.
And you're just Capri Sun.
Yes,
couch.
Capri
Because
Sun, Pacific Cooler to be specific. Do you guys have a guess of like what this could mean?
Capri Sun cooler, Pacific cooler. I have no clue.
Okay, well, when I make the reveal, I'm gonna send Rebecca another image.
Wait,
for
so
her
Rebecca knows?
No.
That's why I don't have that other image yet, because like I'm not supposed to know.
She pauses, she drops the hairbrush, clutching the table, her face starts to distort. This is where we get the cryptic photo reveal, guys, because this is called entropic cascade failure. And when I hear the words entropic cascade, Rebecca, please be on standby.
Standing by.
Because like,
no.
okay.
Well, can we?
No, don't. Here, we're gonna put that back up just for a second.
Uh-huh.
I got it. We're getting there. It's just making me save it as like an actual JPEG. So based on what I am now seeing, I don't think that I would have come up with this. Let's just put it that way. I just don't think that is a thing that would have happened in my brain. But I love your brain for it, Sarah. So much.
Entropic failure. What? Tropic failure?
Entropic cascade failure is what she is experiencing.
Okay.
Are you all ready for this?
No.
I don't think you are either.
Because when I hear entropic cascade, it sounds like a fruity drink to me. It sounds like I'm gonna go to the bar and I want an entropic cascade, please. What? And it sounds like it's a flavor of Capri Sun. Hello, yes, honey. Can you go to the store and get some Capri Suns? Entropic cascade.
What flavor do you want? Entropic cascade. Can we have this on a t-shirt too?
I hope you enjoy my terrible, not even Photoshop.
No, that's what I love about it. Seriously.
Some shitty app on my phone.
This at least needs to be in a sticker pack. if not on a t-shirt.
My poor brain could not.
Yeah,
connect
no,
dots.
our brains are wired so differently that like we were not in the same area at all.
But I
get it.
think over the years we obviously know that, but that was probably one of the first like real in the moment moments.
You were
where I
so
was like,
confused.
My brain is not.
Yeah.
But I get it now.
So my point about boo tomato boo earlier was the sticker pack. Like we still owe a sticker pack, I think, of some of this to people. Minimum, like easy, like a sticker sheet. Like that's it.
We did
Entropic Cascade flavor.
We got a comment too from Nella V, and I think they were like, there's definitely some 90s commercial with someone blurring around drinking Capri Sun, just like
Entropic Cascade.
Yeah. I stand by that. It sounds like a fun drink to me. And
Yeah,
not
it
some
does.
horrible thing that happens to you because you're in the wrong dimension.
I agree. I love it. I think we should work. And now that we've done 100 episodes, minimum a sticker sheet for people. I think that would be a lot of fun. With
Definitely throw some patches in there. We have a lot of patches, so
we do.
We can make something work.
We don't need no stinking patches, but we got a lot of them.
Yeah.
We got them. They're fun at cons.
They are.
But yeah.
They are.
Oh!
Incoming transmission. This appears to be an email.
Oh.
So someone might want to read it.
I'll read
it. Go ahead.
Oh. So this is to the Fries, subject our goddess. Hello, 3 Fries. Huge congrats on your 100th episode. Woohoo! What a mighty milestone. I'm so happy that I was one of the first guests on and look forward to returning one day. See what I did there? Just invited myself back to your show. Wishing you a fabulous 100th show and many more. How fantastic that the Stargate community is so strong and thriving online, and your podcast is a vital part of that. This pleases your goddess immensely. Have a great show, Hathor, aka Sue Ann. Oh, thank you, Sue Ann.
The actual first guest.
The first.
She said one of the first, but she was the actual first guest.
And it all started with a tweet.
It was a tweet that I was like, gonna shoot my shot. Let's just try.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked out.
Oh, she's delightful.
She is. She is coming back on, y'all. I think we can at least announce that is happening, but we are currently back and forth on scheduling that because jobs and travel are happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to happen within the next 3 or 4 months, I'm hoping at this point.
Yeah. Would love it.
Yeah. All right.
What's
we ready for the next one?
Yeah. Hit me with it.
All right. Let's give no context and let's just go right into this.
Let it rip.
Let's just let it rip.
Water is alive.
Dun,
Cuts of yeah.
dun.
The water is. I feel like this. What is that terrible M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Happening, where it's like it was the plants the whole time. The water is alive. It was the plant. You know, that type of thing. So back on the sub, Daniel poses the question, what if the water is a life form and maybe the resistance they felt on the first mission was the life form trying to prevent them from leaving? It's like, no, you have grandma, don't leave. Like, you have her grandma.
But it's like how do you know you got like you just like tore off her arm and took it, but you know
Right,
what I mean?
you don't even have all of grandma.
You just got part of grandma.
What the fuck?
Oh,
that was for
God.
you, Mara.
That's for Mara.
I know that really got you.
I know, God. I was dying to resist the chat on that one.
grandma.
That was so good. I wish we could like save the chats. Well, we guess we can. We can go back to like
They're
the
live
yeah, we can go back.
Yeah.
Because Mara you had some good ones about grandma in that one.
100%.
Oh,
Not grandma.
Truth.
God.
Good
Solid.
times. Reminisce. Oh my gosh.
Incoming transmission. Man, they're coming faster now. I don't know. Maybe that's because my timing is off.
Woohoo! You reached 100! Congratulations, Sarah, Christina, and Wells. You did it. You reached 100 episodes. Are you okay? That's a lot of talking. I hope today you reminisce over the fandom hype, the boos and woos of episodes, the inside jokes like Grandma, the haunting of that one drunk episode, to the trolling of haters back into their teeny tiny dark clubhouses, and most of all, the friendship you've built that has spawned into a community of safety. I know it's been an absolute honor to watch you all grow with this podcast through your own personal journeys and through finding your firm fandom voice, not shying away from talking about real and heavy topics. Be proud today, and I hope you know how much you are loved and appreciated. Now, I could end this on a sappy note, but instead, here is a fry shrine that I built for you. Happy 100th episode, and may Grandma live on forever through the Watergate episode.
Mara, did anyone tell her we were pulling that clip?
No.
I thought of her specifically when we were like, we got to pull Grandma for Mara. I know that really hit her.
No. No. Nothing was discussed.
Yeah, that
so
is
wonderful. Thank you, Mara.
Oh, Mara.
And I just want to say, like, I don't know if I want to speak for everyone, but like, I think of you as like a little sister. Like, I have a sister your age, Mara, who's like 7 years younger than me. And just, we've seen you grow too, Mara. Like, from the first companion event that we were there and you were so quiet and you didn't say anything. And now look at you. You're like, that was a wonderful video. That was so wonderful.
Like,
and like seeing you come out of your shell at cons and stuff. And it's amazing.
It's lovely. We love you, Mara.
We love you so much. Very, very blessed to have you in our life.
We got 2 more clips.
All right.
We're getting there, guys. We're
getting there. Hang tight. I still don't think this will get to be the longest official episode that we've done because I think we hit 2.5 hours one time.
Wow,
But-
what we were talking about. Oh my God.
I think it was either the 5 races.
Oh.
deep dive. It was one of those.
A long time
Oh
ago.
God, we planned way too much. We tried to
Yeah.
cram way too much into one episode. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next clip. Hello.
I was also thinking of Soylent Green. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh no. But then what is it made of? Oh
Gross.
God.
Starburst. It's
They're-
just Starburst.
The shells of their bodies that they dispose of
Stop.
when they transplant their consciousness into a new body.
That's disgusting.
I mean, they
that's
probably would
disgusting.
recycle. I mean,
Oh,
Hey.
that's nasty.
right
No,
now.
it's nasty.
They're eco-friendly.
Stop
You heard
it.
it here first, everybody.
They do not eat their own.
I mean, not technically. Wrote it. Soylent Yellow.
Soylent Yellow.
Yeah.
That's just a fun one to include.
Yeah.
As far as unhinged moments, I feel like. And also, I love that Christina's face went exactly the same place as it did the first time.
Because I realize obviously my brain operates different, but I actually have to smell and taste whatever is being talked about. And so when we're talking about that, my brain is going through all these sensory inputs and literally making me want to gag.
Well, Soylent Yellow might taste like yellow Starburst. We don't know. We don't know.
That's why I tried to say that it was
Yeah,
Starburst.
yeah.
I was trying to trick it, but I realized that everyone's brains go that way. So yes, my gag reflex.
Yeah, some of us are fucked up.
We're all fucked up in different ways.
Dark and depraved.
All in slightly different ways, but still.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I was full sensory cylinders going at that point and going, and every time it comes up, we'll continue.
And that was not in the notes either. Like, just to be clear, that was something that I just pulled out of my head. So like,
that's where it just went.
What's the
Like, what
uncensored
combination
thought?
would happen? And that was my uncensored response.
Yeah, uncensored thoughts. Soylent Yellow, just like Grandma wasn't uncensored, not in the notes. Like,
No,
yeah,
Grandma
Grandma.
Grandma.
All right.
Well, now we're gonna bring it around to some more. I don't know, not comedy, but still very community and slightly more serious tone. But this last clip, Christina pulled. I wasn't planning on playing it originally, but I do, especially after going through all these clips where it's really wild to watch and hear my former name.
Mhm.
And when you talk about growth from the podcast and everything, I think this is a huge part of that. So thank you for pulling it, Christina. I'm going to play it. And I don't feel bad about any of those like old episodes, by the way, y'all. You don't have to worry about it. Like, you can refer to me as me and still like we can enjoy those old clips and everything. And I think that's really important for everybody to know, you know, at this point too, having watched all of these really old clips that feel really wild and weird kind of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So here's our last clip of this show, of the episode. Yeah, so Pride Month started. I immediately went on a really long trip. I spent with Bonnie. We spent 4 days in Seattle, 3 days in Vancouver, and then a 10-day cruise. So we were gone from June 2nd through the 20th. And then we came back, and I decided to ring out Pride this year with a bang. And we, partially because of the non-binary panel that we had on the companion, which I think, I hopefully, and I've gotten emails already from people that said, thank you so much for that interview. It really, it was very informative, or it made me feel like I wasn't alone. So that was really awesome. But it also just made me kind of reevaluate like my reasonings for doing things or not doing things in my own journey. And finally decided to like give it a full go and do the things that I always thought like I wasn't allowed to do, you know, at my age or this or that. So we're going with Wells, and it's pretty known to everybody, you know, out there at this point. Everything at the companion has changed over. My email has changed over.
Nice.
So it's very cool feeling. I've received lovely messages from people.
Aww.
Including Amanda. Amanda was super sweet about it.
Queen of our heart.
Yep. And the reason I even reached out to her about it was because of the I guess the other really big Frybox thing, which is where we're going to be at the end of July. So that kind of rolls right into that. But anyway, yes, Rebecca wasn't fired. Rebecca just turned into Wells.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm really glad you pulled that moment, Christina. Yeah. It's the like where we started to where we are now is just so wild on so many levels.
Yeah.
But specifically with the name thing, like going back and listening to like Rebecca,
it's
like,
so weird.
It feels very weird.
I tried to cut out any time, like if I could, I tried to cut out any times that like we referred to you as that, just out of respect.
I'm okay with it. Like, I think it's a journey. Like, you know the necklace that I have on, but people that are listening or whatever, I have a necklace with 3 circles on it. My Bonnie gave this to me for Christmas, and one of the circles has Rebecca on it, one of them has Wells on it, and one of them has they on it.
I love that. Oh,
so I think I'm not in a relationship with my dead name that I am like really weird about it. I think it's all part of my journey, and I like to respect that journey and to honor that journey. That being said, everybody is different with that, y'all. So like, just understand and like ask the questions if you don't know. Like, just be cool with that. But yeah, it's just like on that like really weird, like just surface level, like hearing it just feels really bizarre to me at this point. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that for right now. But yeah, thanks, thank you for pulling that, Christina. I really appreciate it. It was a nice moment to have. And
oh my gosh,
What?
we have another incoming transmission. What is it? Let's find out. Hopefully it's the last.
Hey, Fries. Just wanted to tell you in a nutshell how incredibly honored I am, not only to be asked to send a video to you, but just to call you three of my friends. Watching you grow over these past 100 episodes has been such a privilege and an honor, and taken me a while to think of what to say without welling up, and here I am already doing it. The three of you have seen me through a lot, and and over these past years, and I cannot be more grateful and more privileged to be able to know you and to love you three like I do. I know this is supposed to be one of those pick a part of an episode, and I just really can't. So with all the love and respect and honor from the bottom of the bag fry, thank you for all that you do. I love you. I love all you three.
Oh,
Bitch.
Thank you, soggy bottom fry.
Bitch. Oh, okay. John, if y'all don't know, that man, I don't want to say single-handedly because there's so many that played a role, but I don't think people know that that man, like, when I went through a really bad breakup like a year and a half ago or 2 years, whatever that was, that man had the space and the energy and the friendship amongst others, but like started this like, okay, what was the time of the day? Where were you? Like, where I had this like void in my day. And that man sat with me at that same time because he used to game with he every day. And now that's why we go live. And we can the nightly lives on TikTok are thanks to John helping me through a heartbreak and being there as a friend along with the fries, along with everyone else. But like that was how oh bitch.
Without that, I wouldn't probably sorry. I wouldn't probably know who you are, John. Like I'm very shut off to certain things. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't need to make new friends. I'm good.
Comments.
But
bitch. Like single-handedly was like, okay, well, like you used to game from this time to this time. So let's just go on live. Let's do something. I don't know. Like, bitch, I don't know what happened in the universe that made that happen. But like, amongst, I know a lot of other people there, but that was, it was massive. You were such an impact, like more than you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We love our bottom of the bag fries.
We do love our bottom of the bag.
We do. I think it's a good moment to segue into this last little bit here. So
our vows.
Our vows.
So yeah, I texted last night. I said, hey, I think it'd be cool if we write like a statement about what this actually means to each of us and don't tell each other ahead of time. And then as I'm writing them today, I'm like, this fucking feels like I'm writing vows. So so then we've been joking that it's our vows. But each of us has prepared something, and the other two, we have not heard them at all. So I'm gonna claim not it again.
Not it. I'll go second.
Okay,
I can go second.
Okay. So, as someone who has had many hobbies enter the hobby graveyard and the craft graveyard, it's very special to me that I can look back to a catalog of 4 years worth of work with this podcast. So we started out not really knowing where it was going to go. We're indulging thoughts of like, wouldn't it be crazy if Amanda came on, to actually having her on and meeting her in person and Terrell and hanging out with them. And all of that came from just doing the work. The episodes that we do built that. And all of the things that we're looking back on now, all of those special moments. If you haven't, like, we didn't really include anything from the special guests. Like, this is all just us kikiing and laughing and talking shit and like just having fun, talking about a show that we've built a community about. And just, like, personally, I went to another country for the first time because of the podcast. First time I've ever left the country. We built a community of friends that will be coming to my wedding. Like, you guys are coming to my wedding. And while all of these big moments, like going to Basingstoke and meeting Amanda and all of this stuff are huge milestones, of course. It's the love of doing like the weekly episodes where we basically have a group call. We're like, okay, bitch, FaceTime. We're talking about this episode. and just talk our shit and gossip about our favorite shows that bring us to those milestones. It's that weekly grind in between. And like personally, I can say, just seeing the clips of all of us, seeing how we've evolved as people, whether it's how we've changed physically in our appearance, how we've changed mentally, where we are in our lives. I started this whole journey in a horrible relationship, went through that breakup. Now I'm in a relationship where I'm going to marry this person and bring you into that joy with me. So like, it's been so crazy to look back and realize it's been 4 years of doing this with you guys. And I don't ever see an end in sight. Even when Stargate ends, we're gonna find shit to talk about. We're gonna
We
find
gotta
more
do
shows to talk
Golden
about.
Girls.
Yeah, the Golden Girls, X-Files. There's so many things that we can talk about, and I just think we're gonna be like 70 years old talking our shit still.
Sure hope so.
Yeah.
I have no other plan, so
Excellent. We're locked in for the next 30 years.
Done.
I will be 70, almost 3 in 30 years.
Locked in.
Locked in.
We'll
These
be-
are our vows. We're giving our
Be
vows right
home,
now.
guys.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
And 100% agreed on all your points.
Also, I didn't have a chance to write this down, but like kind of going back to Christina's question, also being able to talk to you has helped me double down and reinforce some of my ideologies, become stronger in the person that I am, become more confident with speaking. If you want to go down memory lane, re-listen to our first episode. It was kind of bad. Like, I didn't know how to speak. Now I can talk my shit even better now. You're welcome. Like, and it translates
It's that
into real
10,000
life.
hours. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally that 10,000 hours. Yeah.
It translates into real life, into interviews, into work calls that I have to be on, presentations that I give. So yeah, it's not just like fun and silly. I mean, it is that, but it's so much more. So
thanks,
guys.
Okay, I'm literally gonna have to just read from here because otherwise, y'all know me
I'm
and my
gonna be reading
ADHD.
too. Yep, it's okay.
I would never get through this otherwise. Okay. So when we started this podcast, I don't think I fully understand what it would become, not just in terms of the show itself, but what it would mean for me personally. Looking back now, I can say without a doubt that this has changed me in ways I never expected. This podcast has kept me honest with myself. It's made me hold up a mirror and really think about what I believe and why. It's challenged me to be more thoughtful, more reflective, and to push myself in ways I wouldn't have on my own. It's forced me to step outside of my comfort zone, to articulate thoughts I may have previously second-guessed, and to stand by them with confidence. The whole 10 toes down. Without this space, I don't know if I would have ever found that part of myself, the version of me who isn't afraid to voice an opinion, to argue a point, to take up space in a conversation, and also to be meaner, in the words of Sarah.
Be meaner.
Be meaner. And yet, it's never just been about my voice. This podcast has also been about listening and about learning, about being challenged by the two of you in the best possible way. There have been times when I came into an episode thinking one way and I did leave seeing the world a little bit differently. You both have that effect and you push me to think deeper, to be better, and to always be willing to evolve. But beyond the debates, beyond the sci-fi discussion, the political deep dives, all of that mean a lot to me and the connection we built, it isn't also just a podcast. I think this is kind of the theme of the night. It's also a lifeline for me. It's a constant. It's something that has kept me grounded through life's chaos. And y'all know my chaos that has ensued the last 4 years. You aren't just my co-fries. You are my family. And I don't use that word lightly. The truth is, without you, I would know that I would be a very different person. So thank you for every late night recording, every passionate debate, every time you told me to be meaner, every moment of just nerd joy that we have, and for showing up and for always making space and for always helping say the thing out loud so that we can just be ourselves fully and without apology. Endlessly grateful for this journey, and I wouldn't want to be on it with anyone else. And here, thinking about 100 episodes, to your point, Sarah, I don't plan on stopping. And wherever we go next, I know it's going to be a blast because no matter what, as long as we're talking, when we're thinking, and pushing each other forward, I know that's exactly where we're supposed to be.
Yay! Thank you. That was
Aw,
beautiful.
Thank you, Christina.
Clap. Yeah. I agree with everything that you've said. I can say the same thing. Like being challenged and having productive conversations with people is so refreshing.
Say the thing out loud has been a game changer for me and has purely evolved out of this space right here for me too. So game changer is the only words, it's the only phrase I can use to describe that, but it is so true and it's been so important in more relationships than just ours. But I'm so glad we have that.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. But high level, thank you for teaching me to be meaner. Truly, though. Truly.
We'll keep on keeping on, Christina. You know that, right?
Yes. Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I got to round us out.
Yay.
All right. To my co-fries, it's hard to begin to explain how these 100 episodes have changed me, since it's nearly every way. There's the obvious one of me having a completely different job that's directly credited to our podcast. I've had opportunities to work within fandom in a way I didn't think possible. I knew I always wanted to make being a nerd full time, but never dreamed I would get where I am right now. Then there's the whole me coming out. I'm not sure I would have gotten as comfortable with myself and who I really am without the consistent support and willingness to accept unconditionally that you both have given me. I remember when I first told y'all I wanted my pronouns to purely be they, them. I had done that very typical MB thing of saying, I like they, but she's fine for years before. But when I told y'all that, I remember a text from Sarah asking if I wanted to be called a different name. And once again, in typical MB fashion, I said, no, that's not necessary. I'm fine with that. Wrong again. I think it was a good year or more after that when I told y'all I wanted to be called Wells. And without hesitation, y'all sent me my name change in your contact list, like screenshots.
Yeah.
Everybody did. Without your immediate and unwavering support, I don't think I would have gotten to that part of my journey this soon, if ever. And even now, with the world as it is and everything that I completely dove into, I've been told by lots of folks, thank you for what you're doing, but I don't think I'd have the strength or the fire to do it without the support of my fries. But beyond these huge life-changing moments, I also just have never had online friends before. I'd truly never connected with people over the internet that I hadn't met in person until TikTok. And then to connect on the level that we are now is truly and perhaps the biggest life-altering effect of our podcast. People out there maybe don't know the frequency with which we message each other. To give some idea, y'all, it's weird when an hour goes by and someone hasn't said something. Like, it's weird. Like, truly. We have all grown so much in the ways that we have all needed to, and they're very different from each other. But I truly feel like they are all supported unconditionally and fiercely. And I absolutely love both of you for all of it. I can't imagine life without you.
Same. Same.
I'm an emotional mess.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. And like I'm telling you, we're gonna be in the fucking nursing home.
Yeah.
Talking our shit.
We're gonna actually be Golden Girls at some point.
Hell yeah.
I cannot wait.
Our transition.
That's the way we're headed, y'all.
Who do you want to be?
Golden Girls podcast.
Oh God.
I still need to get to the post office and get my Betty White stamps for the wedding invitations because that's
Yeah, you
what
do.
I wanted to get.
Yeah, you do.
Betty White, 100.
All right.
Do we have any comments?
We have so many comments. It's kind of hard.
Okay.
I was just
we
going to
can
say to everyone in the comments, I've been reading them. They are the most heartwarming things that you can possibly imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all of our favorite people. So I just in general want to say thank you to everybody that's in there right now that's been following us along on this journey, this 4-year journey now. 4 years. That means
4.
technically we average out to an episode every 2 weeks. So we're not doing bad, y'all. We're not doing bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts? I would love to actually, I think if we can look through the comments and maybe clip some stuff out or something. Oh, I'll try to figure it out. It's literally too much to pull through right now. I can't.
I can't do it. We're
but we love you all.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your support, and we're not going anywhere. That's my
Nope.
big thing.
Nope. You stuck, bitches.
Yeah, you stuck with us.
Yeah.
Any others? Anything?
No.
I have the last little bit of prosecco ready to go.
Cheers. Crystal Light.
Y'all hang around because this closing of the iris is a bit of a montage. So enjoy.
Oh, wait. There's a clip that we didn't go over yet.
What?
My
What?
one hot take.
We did not. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Hold on.
Oh.
It's not over yet, guys. I'm so glad I remembered
one more
this.
thing. One more thing. I've got it pulled up. Are we ready to go?
This was one of our unhinged tangents.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna roll us right into the end. We'll
Perfect.
say bye, and then
Yeah.
we'll head out. Enjoy the best tangent that I think has happened today.
Maybe, I don't know. There might have been some better ones.
Hot take on something for a moment.
Oh, can I give my hot take on Reba McEntire?
Yes.
Do that real quick.
I'm fully convinced that if Reba McEntire watched Stargate SG-1, she would be a Sam Jack shipper. Why, do you ask? I have this random opinion. Because if you watch her music video from 1993, The Heart Won't Lie with Vince Gill, they are like cosplaying military people who are in love and can't be together. So I will now be accepting your fanfic submissions. Thank you.
And there you have it.
Christina asked for a hot take so she could prepare, and I gave her one.
Yeah.
I love it.
There we go.
I love it.
Thank you, everyone,
Ugh.
for being here. We can't close it because a lot of other people are about to. So hang around for this nearly 5-minute closing of a hole.
Well, we don't have an ending thing.
What's our ending thing?
What like we have something we can say?
What are we gonna say?
I mean, now that I thought about it, I have a good one. SG-1, you have a go, but that's like the start. That's not to end. Close the iris.
Closing the iris? What do I do?
You kneel before your goddess and close the iris.
I'm gonna say, Walter, close the iris. It just feels so weird.
We're here at the end of the hour, and it occurs to me that we haven't figured out how to close this hour out. Like, we haven't thought about it.
Because Amanda doesn't. Oh, because we can't do. So usually we close it with a certain closing of a certain circle.
Close the iris! I think that was the best one yet.
Closing the iris. Closing the iris. Iris closed.
All right, this is 3 Fries Short signing off. We're going to close the iris. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Or day, whatever time of day you're watching this.
Whatever time you're listening.
So in my mind's eye, when I think of the gate,
yeah,
we're going to close it, but we're going to leave a little pin light, just enough that there's a constant flow of energy to the P7X292398582, whatever that might be.
Close the iris, lock it down, lock it down, lock it down.
And someone announces the closing of a circle in Walter's words, but we can't close it.
You're trying to do.
We're not even
closing the
watching.
iris.
We're just listening at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're asleep by now anyway, so close the iris. Be really quiet then.
Have a good night. Sweet dreams.
It's been a pleasure being on the show.
My best to all your wonderful fans. But we do have an unscheduled off-world activation. I'm going to need you to close the iris.
Can we do it instead? We can what, hang the washing up to dry? Can we? I don't know. How are we gonna do it?
Yeah, it's always a good send off.
But I'm gonna have my symbiote close the iris for me. So 1 second.
Close the iris.
Even did the head tilt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stargate fans, here, there, and everywhere, this is Colin Cunningham, also known as Major Paul Davis from Stargate SG-1, and I am now officially closing the iris. Thank you.
Okay. Guys are ready? 3, 2, 1. Close the iris!
Indeed. Close the iris.
I'm gonna yodel like the aliens do, and that just means close the iris. Okay, ready? Done. Iris closed.
So Amanda, as our guest,
what do I do? My idea is you pull some cool techno shit and just slow it down and make it really slow, like I'm getting sucked into a black hole.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do
Cool.
that.
All right, guys. This is me officially closing the iris.
But just a little pin light. We can't be hurt. The gate room cannot be destroyed, but there is a constant breath going back and forth to wherever we want to visit. So that is how I am choosing to close the gate.
I know it's hotter than a blister bug in a pepper patch, but y'all better keep that iris closed. You hear me?
God, what does that mean?
Hey, let's hang the washing out to dry.
Hang the washing up to dry before the iris closes.